Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Core Essentials Micro Battle Belt, and there will be a giveaway announcement at the end, so stay tuned. So before we get into the belt, Core Essentials sent me this belt. I have a lot of Core Essentials products. I love their belts. Whenever anybody asks me, what belt I suggest for EDC, for concealed carry, it's a no-brainer for me. It's every time Core Essentials. Core Essentials, without a doubt, the best carry belt I've ever used. I have used tons of double layer nylon belts, Cobra belts, various other slide, friction those high density polymer buckles that you can get through airport machines with and stuff like that. I have used just about, and leather belts, I've used just about every type of belt you can imagine at some point in time or another, and without a doubt Core Essentials makes the best carry belts I've ever used. So I have a history with Core Essentials belts, and so when I got the opportunity to use the Micro Battle belt, I was quite frankly very ecstatic about it. So I got the belt and I was instantly impressed. I've been using it for several months now, and without a doubt it is in the top at least one or two this style of Micro Battle belt that I've ever used. So let's get into the belt. So before we get into the actual outer part of the belt where all the cool stuff happens, there is rarely a lot of conversation about inner belts, because inner belts, generally speaking, for a lot of companies, are just a Velcro belt. Some of them stiffer, some of them thinner, so on and so on. But I think Core had a lot of forward thinking with their belt because of this mesh in the very front of it. Now, the rest of the belt is of good quality. It's much like many inner belts that I've used, so there's not much to say there. But when you get around to the front of it, something different happens. Now, what is the deal here? Some people will look at that and go, holy crap, that is chintzy flimsy. It is very, I'm not going to say chintzy or flimsy, but it is not like super strong like you're used to seeing out of Core belts. But it's for a reason, and I haven't had an issue with it. The belt comes quite a bit longer. I think I cut about this much off of it. So the point is that you get your belt sized right to the size you want, cut it off, that way this part is in the front of your pants where your buckle will be, and when you're bending, twisting, rolling around and doing all the cool guy range stuff, the belt material, the thicker material, is not pushing down and impeding on the flexibility of that buckle being able to move around. Meaning that when you are bending over, the buckle's not digging as hard and things like that because it's not pushing against a hard belt underneath it. And I think that improves the mobility of using this battle belt. Now you can see that it has Core branding there, very good stitching at the very front of it. It has about 3 inches or so of Velcro. I've never had the Velcro give out or anything like that. Now it is usable. It is usable with the rest of it, but you are missing out on the purpose of this very front portion. Now to the belt itself, this is a half molly, meaning the molly loops are half width with a full space between. Micro Battle belt with the hook side of Velcro for the inside, the inner belt being the loop side of Velcro. This is an extremely very well made belt, and it has the Core Essentials micro adjustment buckle and ratchet system on the front, on the buckle. If you guys are not familiar with that, the inside of the buckle looks like this. It has this lever, right? has this lever, and it has these row of teeth. Now, the adjustability of these belts are not quite as long as their EDC belts, but their EDC belts are more or less made for inside the waistband, outside the waistband, everyday carry. You might wear that in several different configurations, so you need a longer range of adjustment. This is always going to be on the outside of your pants, probably very similar pairs of pants and things like that. It's not made to go over the outer or the inner belt one day and then wear on the outside of your clothing like a padded belt, like a padded over top of everything type belt the next day. You're going to run this pretty much the same way all the time. And the way this works is, and you get all the little adjustments just like you do with their EDC belts. And then you fold this over, Velcro that down, and it holds the tail down just fine. For strength, this thing holds up great. You can see this is a completely loaded belt. It's staying, the gun aside, because all belts sag with the gun on it of this style. But you can see that with loaded mags and everything else, this thing's keeping its shape very well. I'm very impressed with the load capability of this belt. When I wear it, when I first started wearing it, and I'll be honest, I got the ratchet down and I didn't feel like I got it as tight as I have with Cobra buckles. But much to my surprise, it moved and sagged far less than any other belt I've ever had. All other micro battle belts I've had over the course of a day have rode down my waist a little bit, and I've had to pull it up and things like that. The beauty about the ratchet system like this is that if throughout the day, as your clothes get looser, as you sweat, and as things tend to need adjustment, all you do is push it in a little bit more. And that's something you can't get with Cobra buckles and buckles of that style. You don't get that easy adjustment, which is one of the things that these ratchet systems, whether it's for the EDC belt or this, is so great for, is that adjustability through the day, depending on the scenario, depending on what you're into. Now, just like anything else Core makes, the stitching and quality of the components and manufacturing is absolute top-notch, professional top tier grade stuff. Now, you do notice there is a lack of a D-ring here, so some other belts will have a D-ring here for rappelling. I don't know that this would be a good rating for, or a good belt for that potential rappelling. However, 99.9% of you out there, while the D-ring looks cool on your belt, you're never going to use it, at least for the capability that it's for. So I think that is an item that they did not put on this belt, and it's an unneeded thing for this belt for the absolute vast majority of people out there. So how good is the Velcro? Let's get this on here. I would do this on my waist, but nobody wants to look at my fat gut. So let's get this on here like you were wearing it, and the Velcro is very, very tight. It works very well. And if you don't know, if you happen to be brand new to this style of belt, you put the inner belt through your belt loops and then put this on outside of your belt loops, Velcroing it down to your body and tightening the buckle. It's a super secure, super proven way of wearing this style of belt. And this style of belt, I believe, is the best style of battle belt out there. So a few weeks ago, I published a battle belt setup video. It's this same belt, this same setup. I'll put a link to that. I'll annotate it here and I'll put a link to it down below. Or I'll put a card here and I'll put a link to it down below. And I posted pictures of it and stuff like that on Instagram and whatnot, and Core Essentials ended up getting a hold of me and saying, hey, thanks for highlighting our belt in that video. would you like to do a giveaway? And since I'm such a big fan of Core Essentials, and I believe their quality is top tier, second to none, I of course accepted, and we're gonna get into that right now. So what you can win is a micro battle belt and an EDC belt from them. They're EDC belts. In fact, I have one on because, well, let's face it, I always have one on. I will, real quick, very much the same. Very much the same, you know, has the ratchet and whatnot. Phenomenal belts. You will get a EDC belt and a micro battle belt from Core Essentials. How do you enter? So there are 6 ways to enter, and 5 of them I'm going to go off the honor system because I am far too lazy and not nearly patient enough to actually go back through and check on it and do all the, you know, look everything up. But the 6 ways to enter, and you got to do all 6, are: be a subscriber to this channel. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Go over to my Instagram and follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, my Facebook page, and I'll put a link to all of this stuff down in the description. Go to Core Essentials Instagram, follow them over there, and follow their Facebook page, or like their Facebook page. That's 5 of the 6 ways. The 6th way is just comment down below. Comment down below, I want the best belt in the world. I want in, and I want the best belt in the world. Comment that, and you will be entered. In 2 weeks, I will randomly decide who wins, and I will reply to your comment. So keep an eye out on replies. I will reply to your comment that you won, and you will need to get a hold of Core Essentials, and Core will get everything set up for you. So that's it. You win a battle belt and a EDC belt. Subscribe to this channel, follow my Instagram, like my Facebook page, follow Core Essentials on Instagram and their Facebook page, and comment, I want in, and I want the best belt in the world, down in the comment section of this video. In 2 weeks, I will randomly pick a person, reply to you that you won, and we'll get you your stuff. If you're not into playing a game of chance and just want to check these belts out, I will of course have links to Core Essentials website down below. I am not an affiliate. While they sent this to me, I am not an affiliate. I get nothing out of you buying from them. I just think that they are the best belt company as far as EDC and battle belts out there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good luck, and we'll talk to you later.